Hello, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. My name is Samuel Reese, coming to you live tonight, and it's the final quarterfinal of the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup. One more spot up for grabs in the semifinals. Who will take it? Will it be the United States? Will it be Jamaica? We will find out over the next couple of hours. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. What's going on, Michael? Good evening to you. Thanks, Rainer, for tuning in as well. Hope you are doing fantastic yourself. And I'll get right into the starting lineups before we kick off in any second now. First, for the U.S., who are led by Greg Berhalter, it's Matt Turner in goal, a 3-4-3 formation for Berhalter. And anchoring the back line is James Sands alongside Sam Vines and Miles Robinson. In the midfield, it's Shaq Moore, Kellen Acosta, Gianluca Buzio, and Paul Arriola. And then up top, it's Sebastian Lletget, Matthew Hoppe, and Daryl Dike. Meanwhile, for the Reggae Boys, it's Theodore Whitmore in charge. Andre Blake, the star goalkeeper for the Jamaicans. The four at the back include Kamar Lawrence, Liam Moore, Damian Lowe, and Albus Powell. The four in the midfield are Blair Turgott, Daniel Johnson, Devin Williams, and Junior Flemings. And then the pairing up top is Bobby Reed, who returns to the Jamaica lineup after testing positive for COVID following the first group stage game alongside Corey Burke. We are ready for kickoff. It's a great atmosphere inside AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, as the U.S. kick off, and we are underway, and a bit of pressure applied immediately by the Jamaicans, and this could be trouble for the U.S. Already a chance, and Turner forced to make a stop, and he denies Bobby Reed. Well, talk about a panic moment early on for the U.S. Jamaica off the United States kickoff immediately, applying the pressure, and perhaps Reed might have been offside, but the flag stayed down and Turner called into action almost immediately. But the flag was raised indeed, so offside was actually the call. But the U.S. certainly get a let-off there because that was not the ideal start. Do I prefer the Martinique lineup or this one? I prefer this one, in all honesty, Rainer. For the most part, I like the lineup that Greg Berhalter put forward tonight. I like this lineup, in all honesty. I like seeing, the likes of Hoppe, DK in there, of course, Buzio. Shaq Moore's been great, James Sands as well. Overall, I think it's a pretty strong lineup for the U.S. tonight. So I don't have much to argue about, or to complain about, I should say, when it comes to this lineup. A 9 p.m. local time start just outside of Dallas, of course, AT&T Stadium, the state-of-the-art home of the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. And this stadium hosted the other quarterfinal the day earlier between Canada and Costa Rica. Canada, of course, coming out on top 2-0. And so Canada and Mexico is the first confirmed semifinal matchup. And the winner of this one will take on the guest of the tournament, Qatar. As Lowe is back to the ball for Jamaica and sends this one up the sideline. Sebastian Lletget back to it, and he'll find Matt Turner. And Vines under pressure, turns it over. This could be a chance. Deflected cross. James Sands stabs it away. And now Lletget with a lofted ball forward for Daryl Dike. DK's there. Buzio leaves it, but DK's last touch too heavy, and it's out for a Jamaica throw. Well, Jamaica's pressure right off the bat certainly making a statement. They have been all over this U.S. defense whenever they've been in possession, and it's caused the U.S. into making some mistakes early, and they'll certainly have to get used to that pressure because Jamaica are certainly using it to their advantage in the early stages. Appreciate all of you tuning in. As always, it's the final quarterfinal of the Gold Cup. Both semifinals will be on Thursday night. there is a lot of familiarity among players on both sides. A number of Jamaican players, if not in the MLS, play in the USL, which is, of course, the second division of U.S. soccer. And there's also a solid amount of Jamaican players who play in the Premier League. Well, I should say in England in general. A few play in the Premier League, including Bobby Reed. Here's a direct ball forward. That's cut out. Jamaica under a bit of pressure themselves, but a foul will be called against the United States. Cesar Ramos of Mexico is tonight's referee. This is a long ball forward. Now it's settled on the far side by Daniel Johnson. And Johnson loses it. The U.S. looking to pose a threat at the other end. Here's Matthew Hoppe of Schalke, one of the few European-based players on this Gold Cup roster. He's fouled, quickly restarting play. The United States have scored in the first 15 minutes of their last 4 games. So they tend to get off to strong starts. We'll see if they can do just that tonight. It would certainly be largely beneficial if they could get off to a quick start and get an early goal. It's now Sebastian Lletget. Lletget sprays it wide on the left wing. 5 minutes gone in Arlington. And now the cross sent towards DK, headed out. Kellen Acosta battling for possession. And now it's picked up by Miles Robinson. All the way back it comes for Matt Turner, goalkeeper of the New England Revolution, who are my favorite MLS team, being just 10 minutes from Gillette Stadium. And the Revolution, I should mention, beat Montreal earlier today and continue to be the top team in the East and actually the best team in the league at the moment. And doing all that without Matt Turner, Henry Kessler, who joined this U.S. team for the knockout stages to replace Walker Zimmerman, and without Tajon Buchanan, who, of course, is starring for Canada. Just had to get that in there quickly as the Revolution continue to impress in MLS. And that ball was played behind Buzio. And in retaliation, he slides in, committing the foul, taking down Junior Flemings, who plays for the Birmingham Legion in the USL. And the referee, Cesar Ramos, just has a quick word with Gianluca Buzio, who it seems is off to Italy. It looks like that transfer to newly promoted side Venezia is almost official. Thanks, Italian boy, for tuning in. How do I know all of the names? Well, I'm just a big U.S. men's national team fan, so I pretty much know all the players on the U.S. On Jamaica, I know a decent amount of players because, I've seen them play in the past. Not all the players like the U.S., not even close, but I do write down notes with the lineups, which guides me. But yeah, overall, I'm just a big fan of the game and sort of just get familiar with the players, especially the U.S. I'm just a huge fan of the U.S., so that comes easy. But for their opponents, I don't know as many players, but my notes certainly help me out in that aspect. And this is knocked out of play for a Jamaica throw-in. Kamar Lawrence will take it. Speaking of an MLS player, he plays for Toronto FC currently. You want Italy. Well, Italy won the Euros, so I'm sure you were pleased by that. In Gold Cup history, this is the 7th meeting between these two sides. And Ariola's making the run down the right wing, but it was intercepted by Damian Lowe, who drew the foul. Free kick to the Reggae Boys. What's going on, Vaughn? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, Vaughn. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope all is well with yourself. Who is Jamaica's best player, Michael? It's got to be Leon Bailey. Bailey, who plays for Leverkusen in Germany. Paul Areola, meanwhile, for the U.S., set 37 caps for the national team, 8 goals. He is coming back from an injury that you may remember he suffered in the opening game against Haiti. But he is back into the lineup. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Italian boy. Yeah, I like this U.S. shirt as well that I have. How have I been waking up early recently? Yeah, I've been managing to do it for the U.S. women's national team games. It hasn't been easy. The 7:30 game yesterday wasn't that bad, but on Tuesday the 4 a.m. game will be a struggle. But I do plan to be on the call for that, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, my sleep schedule has been a little out of whack with the Olympics going on. Yes, I am. In the basement. Yep, this is what I like to call my studio. I'm finally back home. I was visiting colleges all of last week. That's why I wasn't able to do broadcasts. And then I was at my friend's house taking care of their dog over Friday night into Saturday morning. Where am I going to college? I am not sure yet. I'm going to be a senior in the fall, so I still have time to make that decision, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely let you guys know once I officially commit to wherever that may end up being. But yeah, going back to your question, Michael, Leon Bailey is certainly the best player for Jamaica. He is on the bench. I believe he has a nagging injury. He is available to come on, so I wouldn't be surprised if he enters as a substitute. But I think he picked up a knock in the Costa Rica game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure, but that's why he's not starting tonight. Meanwhile, we have an injured Jamaican player, and that is Corey Burke, who looks like it's nothing big as he just changes his cleats. And so to restart play, the throw-in will be taken by Powell. How about Bobby Reed? Yeah, I'd say he's second best. Bobby Reed's a great player as well. No doubt about it, Michael. Yep, Bobby Reed of Fulham. Yep. He's another great player also. Jamaica have it in the middle. Here's Devin Williams. What am I going to school for? I'm going to school for sports media and communications. That's what I want to major. I want to become a professional sports broadcaster and hopefully a play-by-play commentator for a major sports network. So yeah, I want to pursue a sports broadcasting career. So I'll be majoring in something or broadcast and digital journal or broadcast and sports journalism, sports media, or communication, something along those lines. Each school, it varies what my particular major would be, but yeah. No, I didn't do Sweden-US on Wednesday, Vaughn. That's because I was in New York. I was visiting colleges, so I was at a hotel. I got up to watch it, but I wasn't able to be on the call for it. Because I was in a hotel, so I would have woke up the whole place. No, I'm just kidding. But I just wasn't able to call the game because it was the middle of the night and I was at a hotel, so it wasn't ideal. But I did watch it. I got up to watch it, but that's why I wasn't able to be on the call for it. But now that I'm back home, I'm good to go for the rest of the U.S. women's national team games in these Olympics. I won't forget about you, Italian boy. I won't forget about any of you guys tuning in when I hopefully become famous. That might be a stretch, but hey, I'm going to try my best. With it for Jamaica is Corey Burke. Burke to the edge of the penalty area. Squares it across. Here's the shot, and Turner quite comfortably handles that one. 13 minutes played, no score in this Gold Cup quarterfinal. Qatar await the winner. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Here's Miles Robinson, who plays for Atlanta United. Now Kellen Acosta, the pass out wide. DK is met immediately, and that's sent back towards Matt Turner. Turner will find James Sands. Jamaica with that high press. Here's Robinson up the line. It's Hoppy controlling with the chest. Matthew Hoppy into the middle, finding Busio. Now it's on the right side. This is Shaq Moore onto his left foot. Moore, a driven ball in. The header is cleared, but the U.S. back with it once more. The United States, by the way, wearing white kits, white socks, and blue shorts tonight. Jamaica wearing black kits and black socks along with yellow shorts. About a quarter of an hour played, and it looks like the streak of 4 consecutive games scoring in the opening 15 minutes for the U.S. will come to a close. Every game in this Gold Cup, they have gotten off to very quick starts with early goals, especially that Canada game a week ago today where they scored just 20 seconds in. This is Daryl DK in the far corner. Now Hoppy, he has space and time. Hoppy, gorgeous ball. Shaq Moore couldn't quite settle off the bounce, and he knows that that was a golden opportunity. It's a goal kick in the end for Jamaica, and he just mistimed the bounce. That's a costly mistake. Just a really good pick out from Matthew Hoppy and Shaq Moore of Tenerife in Spain. Couldn't quite settle. He scored his first international goal against Canada, as I mentioned, just 20 seconds into the match. It was the earliest goal in U.S. men's national team history. Yes, Vaughn, I have been watching some of the men's soccer in the Olympics. Yep, I have been. There's been some surprise results. The men's soccer tournament here in the Olympics has been a bit wild. Some of the results have been surprising. By the way, the temperature outside AT&T Stadium tonight, 95 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature inside AT&T Stadium, a comfortable 72 degrees. So the roof is closed with good reason. Muggy conditions outside, very humid. But the roof is closed, the AC is on, and it's a very comfortable temperature inside the stadium with the controlled environment. Theodore Whitmore, as I mentioned, in charge of Jamaica. This is a 22nd Gold Cup game in charge, the second most all-time for a manager, only behind Bruce Arena, who was, of course, the former coach of the U.S. men's national team and now the coach of the New England Revolution. I continue to get the New England Revolution in. Yeah, that's certainly a big part of it, Vaughn, because it's U23 players. But even so, yeah, you are right, Rainer. Japan have had 2 wins so far. That's surprising. I was surprised to see Japan beat Mexico this morning. That was a surprise result. I've been watching a little bit of everything in the Olympics, to be honest with you. As here's Paul Arriola. Arriola crossing to the far side, but Hoppy is called for the foul. And he kicks it away in frustration. Oh, really, Michael? That stinks, man. That stinks. You had tickets to Arsenal Inter tonight in Orlando for the Florida Cup, but they pulled out. Yeah, I heard they pulled out. That stinks. Yeah. So what is it? Only 2 teams in that Florida Cup now? Everton and Millonarios. Is that the name of the club? Yeah, that's too bad. That would have been a fun experience. Matthew Hoppy, the youngster for Schalke, had 6 goals in the Bundesliga last season, including a hat trick. He really came onto the scene in style last season. Schalke now in the 2nd division of Germany, and their season actually started this past weekend. So Hoppy will be late to join Schalke. How old am I? I am 17. Yeah, I just turned 17 a couple weeks ago. Have I been getting enough sleep? Probably not, Vaughn. The Olympics. I'm just a huge fan of the Olympics, so it's been throwing off my sleep schedule a bit. I typically sleep a little bit, then get up pretty early to watch some events that I want to, and then I go back to sleep for a little while. And a couple of days lately, I've been sleeping until like the early afternoon once I've gone back to bed. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a weird sleeping schedule. Probably not healthy, but hey, I can do it for a couple weeks. Junior Fleming's meanwhile with the chance that went into the side netting at the near post. You turned 17 on June 12th? Yeah. We are about the same age, indeed. Yep, there we go. Yeah, just about a month, less than a month apart, in fact. My voice is so deep. That's what I'm told, and I'm told that's a very useful voice for sports broadcasting, so I use it to my advantage. Here come the U.S. That pass is cut out. You've been getting enough sleep. That's good to hear, Vaughn. Now here's Junior Flemings driving forward. A clean takeaway from the U.S. And now the United States could be in business at the other end. 20th minute. This cross took a deflection and heavy off the shin of Vines. It will be a corner kick for the U.S. Yeah, Michael, unfortunately, I do not have Apple TV, so I can't watch Ted Lasso. I'm a big fan of his. Way back a couple of years ago when he did the collaboration with the Premier League and NBC, I watched, those little episodes that the NBC Sports posted to their YouTube. I found it super hilarious. But now that these seasons, I should say, are on Apple TV, I don't have it, so I can't. I don't have access to it. I've seen the trailers in the preview, and it looks hilarious. I wish I could see it, but I'm not getting Apple TV just for Ted Lasso because there's not really anything else on Apple TV that I'd watch, to be honest. So it is what it is, but I've heard it's really good. I know some people who've been watching it. There's a heavy collision, foul called against Corey Burke. Free kick for the United States. Just followed through there on Shaq Moore. 22nd minute of play. No, it's still 0-0. I'm Italian, boy. Still no score. It is the knockout stages now. So if the score were to be tied after 90 minutes, extra time would be required. This ball sent ahead. It lands nicely. The one-time strike is saved. A chance for Hoppy, and Andre Blake, one of the best goalkeepers in all of CONCACAF, comes up with the stop. The U.S. fans, though, applauding Hoppy's effort. That was an absolute laser from Hoppy. And Blake with the quick reaction stop. It will be a corner kick for the United States. Andre Blake plays for the Philadelphia Union in MLS. Players down for Jamaica, and that appears to be Powell. It is. Do I watch the Winter Olympics? Yeah. I don't like the Winter Olympics as much as the Summer Olympics. I do love watching hockey at the Winter Olympics, especially when the NHL players are allowed to play in them, which from what I've heard, they will be in February. So yeah, I love hockey at the Winter Olympics. I'm not super into anything else, but I'll check it out, Do I watch UFC? Not really, in all honesty. I'll watch it now and then, but a lot of their, big events are on pay-per-view, and I'm just not willing to pay that much money for those big UFC events. So I never really got into it. As that's a mistouch from Paul Areola. Out it goes for a Jamaica throw-in. Yeah, no doubt, Michael. I'm a huge fan of Hoppy as well. I actually saw him in the Bundesliga last season for Schalke. And in his first game for Schalke, he scored a hat trick. And that's when I was like, okay, this kid's for real. And then the game after that, he scored 2 goals. Didn't get a whole lot of playing time last season with Schalke, but certainly took advantage of his opportunities in the Bundesliga last season. And he's taking advantage, as you say, of his opportunities this season with the, or rather in this tournament with the U.S. men's national team in this Gold Cup. Another player down for Jamaica, and actually it's Powell again, and I'm not sure if he will be able to continue. And he's signaling for a substitution, so it's not looking good for the right back, Alvis Powell. "24 minutes in." Of course, it's a great crowd, mostly Americans, but there's some Jamaican support too, of course, down in Dallas. Am I going to stay up for the Winter Olympics? No, probably not, because it'll be during school, so I cannot afford to. I can afford to, stay up at or be up at strange hours in the summer, but when school's going on, not so much. But we'll see. I'll get up for a couple of hockey games, but that's all on the weekends. But Turgot was also down for Jamaica, so it's injuries galore for the Reggae Boys early. It's been tense from the start, and you just get the feeling it's not going to be an easy game for the U.S., and that really goes without saying. This feels like a quarterfinal type of match. And now Powell back to his feet as he will look to remain in the game. So it looks like Powell's injury maybe isn't as serious as he originally signaled. So just past 25 minutes played, Matt Turner has the ball to resume action in Dallas. Yeah, the U.S. had a lot of time to rest up for this quarterfinal. Their last game, their group stage finale, was a week ago today against Canada, a 1-0 win. Not that convincing of a performance, however, against Canada. We'll see what they can showcase tonight against Jamaica in a must-win game. And that's a pass saved on the sideline by Robinson. And now Hoppy looking for the switch. Getting there is Shaq Moore. Jamaica's last game came 5 days ago. Their group stage finale was Tuesday in a 1-0 defeat to Costa Rica, which bumped them to second in their Group C, and that's why they face the United States here. But Jamaica are fearless. They're not fearing this U.S. team one bit. They believe they can go in and win. Here's Buzio. He goes down, and there's the whistle. Free kick awarded to the United States. Jamaica actually in that final group stage game against Costa Rica. It was a long night for them and Costa Rica. The game started temporarily. They played 3.5 minutes. The game was in Orlando, and then lightning struck in the area. So it was about a 2-hour delay before that game resumed. So a long, long night for both of those teams. Yeah, I'm with you, Vaughn. I don't like when the Olympics are in Asia either, because the games are on at just awful hours here for us in the States. I mean, it's certainly manageable when they're in Europe because that's only like a 6-hour difference, so that's manageable. But like a 12 or 13-hour difference, that's rough. Alvis Powell once again requiring medical attention. And as I mentioned, he tried to continue, but after giving it a go, the injury is just too much to carry on, and so he is forced to exit, and so it will be Fisher coming on for him. Jamaica forced to make an early substitution. And so O'Neal Fisher into the match. A lot of stoppages in this first half so far. No real rhythm so far in this game. Here's Calvin Acosta. Acosta, direct ball forward. Areola heads it into the middle. And Buzio is in the area, but it was a nice recovery. Liam Moore got ahead in there. And Andre Blake has possession, 29th minute. Yeah, Liam Moore actually is the captain of Reading in the championship. He's from England, a naturalized Jamaican citizen. Moore went airborne there, and a foul called against him. You're looking forward to the 2024 Olympics? Yeah, same here. Same here. Yep, those games will be in Paris, so it'll actually be like during the reasonable morning hours and day and afternoon here in the States, which will be good. The yellow card has actually been shown. It's the first booking, and it goes to Corey Burke. And it wasn't for the foul in itself. It was for his retaliation as he extended his arm out on Gianluca Buzio. And you're not going to get away with that type of action right in front of the official. So a deserving yellow card as we are a half hour in. A reminder that in the 2021 Gold Cup, yellow cards do reset after the quarterfinals. So, of course, 2 yellow cards, and that results in a yellow card accumulation. You're suspended for the next game. That's over the course of the tournament. This is the final game where if you pick up a second yellow card in the tournament, you'll be suspended for the following game. So there's still a possibility that some players who already have a yellow card this tournament and if they were to pick up another one tonight, they would be suspended for the semifinal if their team were to advance. But once we get to the semifinals, then the yellow cards reset, because obviously you don't want a player to be suspended for the final based on just a single yellow card, even if they had one in the prior 4 games of the tournament. So that's the rules regarding that. A reminder that the winner will face Qatar in the semifinals Thursday, 7:30 Eastern time. And there's Johnson in with the tackle. Jamaica have it. Some pressure here from Hoppy. Hoppy right on the back of Fisher. A little too aggressive, though. Free kick to Jamaica. Yeah, the 2028 Olympics are in LA, Vaughn. Yeah, it's exciting for us here in the U.S. because the 2026 World Cup will be here in the U.S. And then 2 years after that, the Olympics in LA. So, yeah, that'll be an exciting couple of years. You can see some frustration mounting for Greg Berhalter and some of the players on the U.S. themselves. As that ball is not kept in play, it will be a U.S. throw-in. Taking it is Sam Vines. That's flicked on by Hoppy, but one back by Fisher. Out it comes for a Jamaican throw-in. And now a U.S. player down. Sebastian Leggett is back to his feet. Appears to be all right. Yeah, you could go to the 2028 Olympics, Vaughn. Here's Devin Williams, Jamaica, into the offensive third. Turgot looking to take it inside. It was knocked away back into the midfield. Jamaica reset. It's all the way to Andre Blake. Andre Blake going wide. Unable to save it was Kamar Lawrence. The winner will head south to Austin, Texas. Here's some pressure. The U.S. come away with the steal. Here's Daryl Dike. Now Miles Robinson. Wins a U.S. throw-in. The possession 71 to 29% in the Americans' favor. But no real chances yet for the U.S. As Hoppy went down, wanted the whistle, didn't get it. And that's a clean challenge. Leggett wins it back nicely for the United States. Here's Gianluca Buzio. 34th minute in Arlington. The final of the Gold Cup will take place in the beautiful Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tickets for that game sold out in 90 minutes a few months ago. About 60,000 capacity. That should be a fantastic atmosphere. And that is last off of Buzio. Corner kick it is for Jamaica. Of course, hopefully the U.S. get to that final, but a lot of work to do until we're talking about that. That final will be a week from today. We'll see what Jamaica can do from the set piece. In fact, it's their first corner of the night. The U.S. have had 2 so far. This is the opening corner for the Reggae Boys. Daniel Johnson is standing over the set piece. It'll be an in-swinging delivery by the left foot of Johnson. Jamaica posing a threat. It's a good service in. The U.S. had it clear. Vines got a piece of it. Now here's Kamar Lawrence, wide for Bobby Reed. Oh, great job by Reed splitting the defense, but coming in with the perfect slide tackle with Shaq Moore. And now the ball floated ahead. Daryl DK, one-on-one. DK into the box. DK on his right. DK with a shot, and it's blocked. Jamaica caught on the break, and it's a nice job by the substitute, O'Neal Fisher. He defended Daryl DK tightly and denied DK of getting that shot on target. It will be a corner kick for the United States. DK had Buzio in support. To his left, decided to take a crack at goal himself, and that's just great defending from Fisher. Daryl DK, of course, had that great game against Martinique earlier in the tournament, a pair of goals. In that one, here's the outswinger from Leggett, headed away by Jamaica. About 10 minutes left in the opening half from AT&T Stadium. Now we're looking real far into the future, Vaughn. The 2032 Olympics. That's going to be in Brisbane, right? Yeah, another bad time difference for us in the United States. Yeah. Here's the overlap. Now the cross from the left wing. Getting ahead to it was low. Buzio leaping up. Jamaica win it back. This is held up. Oh, that's a nice move. Fisher with the fake. Now ahead for Corey Burke. And knocked out by Acosta. It will be a Jamaica throw-in. Yeah, Fisher's been impressive since coming in for the injured Powell. The throw-in finds Burke. Double team emerges. Burke into the box. Now Turgot trying to square it. But coming in was Areola. And concedes a corner kick. Well, Areola, fortunate that this didn't end up being an own goal. Because, my goodness, that could have been disaster. But in the end, Areola made sure it was well high the crossbar. Another corner for Jamaica as we wind down in the opening half. Still scoreless, just outside of Dallas. And it is Daniel Johnson taking the set piece for the Reggae Boys. Johnson plays for Preston North End in the championship in England. And that is Hoppy with the touch away. Now it's controlled by Devin Williams. Kamar Lawrence Lawrence clips it ahead. Reed in pursuit. Header won by Shaq Moore. Now it's Hoppy. Great bit of skill. Hoppy out of pressure. Eventually lost it, though. The steal there by Williams. A shot from distance. And Matt Turner with the save of the game. Junior Fleming's denied. And the crowd delivers a huge applause for Matt Turner. What an effort this was. That ball just curling towards the corner from Junior Fleming's. And Matt Turner alert and able to make the stop with the left hand. Superbly done by Turner, who's really, really impressed in this tournament and just continues to get better and better, it seems. Another set piece, and this time Jamaica tally a shot, but it's not a threatening header from Fisher. Matt Turner will roll it ahead for Sebastian Leggett. Well, Jamaica certainly growing into this game. That's been evident in the last few minutes. Yeah, real nice save by Turner indeed, Michael. Great effort as well from Flemings, I have to say. So that's off of Moore. 5 minutes left in the half. Now Buzio to Robinson. Robinson's pass given away. Jamaica now on the counter. Callan Acosta steps in. It will stay with Jamaica, but the U.S. with a chance to take shape defensively. Yeah, going back to that Fleming's chance. What an effort, but even a better save. That ball was just curling into that far corner, and Turner able to keep it out. The possession still heavily in favor of the U.S., 68 to 32%. They have the slight edge in shots, 4-3, but Jamaica actually have 2 shots on goal compared to just 1 for the United States. Robinson now defending Burke on the far side. Burke delivers the cross, and Hoppy able to break it up. Now it's brought ahead by James Sands. Buzio lost it. And now here comes Kamar Lawrence. Lawrence driving forward. Lawrence, he set up Bobby Reed, but he completely mishit that ball from point-blank range. It's a slow roller handled by Turner. Knocked off the ball cleanly with Areola. The takeaway from Kamar Lawrence. Jamaica continue to apply the pressure. Yeah, selfishly, I wish that was the case, Vaughn, but we also have to consider people living in Asia, in Australia, because whenever, the Olympics are in the Americas, the games are at awful hours for them as well. So, it is what it is. And the referee says play on, although Buzio took a hand to the face, a bit slow to get up, and Jamaica will play it out as Buzio reclaims his footing. Yeah, that was a hand to the face from from Flemings, I should say. Excuse me, Junior Flemings. The referee missed a foul there. And going back to that Bobby Reed chance, I don't know if he overthought it or what, but that was really a glorious opportunity that he just made shambles of. This will be a Jamaica throw-in, about 2.5 minutes until first half stoppage time. Thanks everyone for being a part of the broadcast. Much appreciated as always. And if you're a U.S. fan like myself, I'm sure you, just like me, are sweating quite a bit. But hey, hopefully the U.S. will pull through tonight. I think all of us U.S. fans knew it was never going to be an easy matchup against Jamaica. Here is Lawrence, the long throw into the 6. DK with a header, and now Areola out of the box. Buzio forward, or rather with Shaq Moore with the header. My apologies. Junior Flemings wins it back, but shortly thereafter turns it over to Buzio. And now the U.S. will switch the point of attack. It could be promising. It's Paul Areola. Ahead for Hoppy. Can Hoppy get there? Yes, he can. Off of Jamaica, a U.S. corner kick coming. The way this game is played out, you get the sense that if there's a goal that's going to come, it will be on the counterattack. Here's the 4th corner for the Americans. Sebastian Leggett standing over the ball. It's an in-swinging delivery on his right foot. To the near post it comes. Header away. Second chance. Oh my. Just over the crossbar. Kellen Acosta with a cannon off the volley. And that was not too far away from being a goal. The clearing header was from Burke, and then Acosta said, why not? And why not? The volley, and that ball was dipping, just not quite. It didn't quite dip in time. It dipped a bit too late. But what a chance that was. 15 seconds from stoppage time now. The shot's 5-4 U.S. Here comes Jamaica. A weak left-footed effort, ultimately from Daniel Johnson. Matt Turner trying to work it ahead quickly. And we'll see how much is added on. The answer, 4 minutes. As I mentioned, there's been a number of stoppages throughout this first half, so no surprise that we have 4 minutes tacked on to the end of the opening half in Arlington. So still time left for a goal before the interval. Here's Daniel Johnson. U.S. back in possession. This is Shaq Moore. Moore forward for Areola. Who did it touch last? The answer, Paul Areola. Both teams are trying to play at a quick tempo in a way, but nothing going for either side. Don't get me wrong, there have been chances on both ends. And that will be a foul against Jamaica's Damian Lowe. One minute gone in stoppage time here in the first half of play. Six fouls against the U.S., 5 committed by Jamaica meanwhile. And so both Vines and Leggett are over it. Vines floats one in. Blake is there. Easily done by the Philadelphia Union keeper. And Blake will go along with the punt. Moore with some pressure. Turgot commits the foul. We're midway through stoppage time. 2 minutes left in the opening half. No score in this final quarterfinal of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. 3 quarterfinals in the books. This is the final one of the weekend. Here's Paul Areola. Areola holds. He'll roll it forward. That took a deflection. Now it's settled by Kamar Lawrence. Lawrence. And that bounced off of Lawrence last. Great work near the corner flag by Paul Areola. Just didn't give up on the play. And the U.S. win a corner kick with time running out in the opening half. And it will be Leggett once more taking the set piece. A chance right at the end of the first half. Outswinging ball and a glancing header. Jamaica will move it the other way. This is brought forward by Fisher. Buzio closes him down. Last off of him. Throwing for the Reggae Boys. That pass up the line for DK was off the mark, and so the U.S. give it back to Jamaica. 30 seconds left in the half now. Now it's settled by Kellen Acosta. Acosta of the Colorado Rapids. Vines from Acosta. That's lost. Jamaica looking to clear, and that will do it. For the opening half from Arlington, a scoreless game through 45 minutes, and both teams head to the locker room with goose eggs on the scoreboard. Well, it's a tense, nervy affair. We expected the contest to go this way, and it's been a battle between the United States and Jamaica. No score through 45, a closely contested matchup. The halftime report is coming your way on the other side of the break. 0-0 after 45 minutes in Arlington. Welcome into the halftime report, everybody. And for the first time this tournament, the U.S. go into halftime without a goal. Now, they haven't conceded either. It's a scoreless game between the United States and Jamaica through 45 minutes. A very cagey affair so far, which is not all that surprising considering, the circumstances. It's a lot at stake in this quarterfinal, and just going over some of those first half highlights, there were chances at both ends. In the 22nd minute, it was Matthew Hoppe with a wonderful opportunity, and what a shot he took. The one-time strike, an absolute cannon unleashed, but Blake able to save it at the near post. Then, with about 10 minutes left in the first half, Daryl Dike would have a chance. His shot blocked. Wonderful piece of defending from Fisher of Jamaica. And then in the 39th minute, moments later, it would be Jamaica themselves with their best look in the opening half of play. Junior Flemings with a curling effort, and that probably was going in if it weren't for the spectacular stop made by Matt Turner. Meanwhile, 41st minute, Jamaica, another opportunity. Bobby Reed right in front of goal, unmarked, and just completely mishit the ball. And the U.S. certainly let off the hook there, no doubt about it. Meanwhile, at the tail end of the first half, off of a corner kick, Kellen Acosta on the volley, sending a shot just over the bar. It certainly had potential, but no goals yet, despite some real good looks for both teams at either end. This could very well be a game where it's not scoreless. And so looking at the first half stats, the total shots 6-5 in Jamaica's favor. In fact, look at the shots on goal, 5-1 Jamaica so far. What's going on, Van? I hope that is your name, if I remember correctly. Welcome into the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. And just focusing on Gianluca Busio in that first half, I thought he played well, especially finding space, making the right decisions. He did well defensively. Also, I'll rephrase it. He didn't do well, but I thought he did a decent job in those opening 45 minutes, especially considering he was pretty much a complete no-show in the game against Canada. So hopefully Busio will step up along with, the likes of DK in the second half, because the USA need to score. Coming up after the break, I will recap Canada's triumphant victory over Costa Rica in the earlier quarterfinal today. No problem, Van. No problem that you missed the last stream. No worries at all. I completely understand. Well, stay tuned, everybody. The halftime report will continue after this quick break. Welcome back into the halftime report. Earlier today, it was the other quarterfinal of the day in Arlington. Costa Rica against Canada, and Canada got off to a great start courtesy of a goal from Junior Hoylett. And Canada would really never look back. It was somewhat of a masterclass performance as Cavallini secured the victory for Canada 2-0. They knock off Costa Rica, and so one of the two semifinals is set. Mexico will take on Canada on Thursday night, and then the other semifinal will be Qatar against the winner of this one between the United States and Jamaica. Who will be the final team to punch their ticket into the semifinals? We'll find out next. The second half is on the way. Back to Arlington after this break. No score between the USA and Jamaica. This game is on Fox Sports 1, Van. Yep, it's on Fox Sports 1. I'll be back for the second half right after this. Welcome back, everybody. The Revolution keeper, Matt Turner, awfully busy in that first half. Andre Blake was tested a few times as well. It's back out to AT&T Stadium for the second half between the USA and Jamaica. Scoreless after 45 minutes. What do the final 45 minutes have in store? We'll see, everybody. Thanks so much for being a part of the broadcast. The winner to the Gold Cup semifinals to face Qatar. Yeah, there we go. We need to get the U.S. chance going. I like it, Van. And off we go, underway in the second half from Texas. And Jamaica kicking off. They're attacking from left to right in black. The USA going from right to left in white. And the winner to the semifinals. Reed was close to that ball, and in the end, it comes back out to Johnson. Your neighbors are listening to me. Oh, I appreciate that. Well, I appreciate your neighbors tuning in, Michael. I hope they enjoy. Um, I might do that, Van. I might do it. Traditionally, I do, the typical English commentary where it's where I, don't say goal for like half a minute, but perhaps we'll see. Oh, that's a poor clearance, and it could be trouble for Jamaica. A chance comes, and the shot is sky high, but a foul called just outside the area as Leggett had the opportunity, and a foul came after the shot. And this is a promising opportunity for the USA early on in the second half. No, it's a free kick here. Or no. Sorry, you are right. You are right. You are correct, Van. I apologize. I thought a free kick was given, but that was actually inside the box anyway. So no foul. Scratch what I said. I sincerely apologize about that. I thought I heard a whistle too. It is a corner kick, as you say, Van. You are 100% correct. So here's Sebastian Leggett in swinging ball, and Jamaica look to clear. And now Buzio settles. Here's a chance. Blake the save. Matthew Hoppe, his second chance of the match. And Blake comes up with another save for Jamaica. Well, this is just the start the U.S. were looking for to start the half. And it was off the half volley there for Matthew Hoppe. Andre Blake was the 2017 Golden Glove winner. With good reason as well. One of the best goalkeepers in MLS, in CONCACAF, you name it. Lowe stepped in. Reed settles it down. Jamaica caught offside, however. Junior Flemings was on the ball. And the flag went up. You wish I could commentate your school? Yeah, I know. Well, I appreciate the kind words, man. Yeah, this is the last quarterfinal, correct? Yep, if that's what you meant. Here's the in-swinging cross, and it was just beyond the reach of Matthew Hoppe. He's been a menace up top for the U.S. As Michael said earlier, he's a really, really talented player, and he's caused some trouble for Jamaica. Okay, very good, Van. Yeah, I live in Massachusetts, so yep. I've never been to Nebraska, but seems like a cool state. I mean, not much going on. It's not like Nebraska is. I mean, it's the Midwest, so. But Omaha seems like a cool city. I'd like to go to Omaha one time to watch the College World Series for baseball. That would be fun. On the ball now is Sam Vines. Vines back for Turner. Early stages of the second half, and I apologize, folks. It still says halftime. There we go. Fix that, and Jamaica now have it on the right wing. Here's Turgot able to turn. Now Bobby Reed from a tight angle. Denied by Turner. Covered his near post well. Able to make the stop. Yeah, that's always going to be a tough angle, shooting from that acute angle. But Bobby Reed certainly capable of providing some magic up top for Jamaica. The long switch intercepted, but it's won back real nicely by Leggett. Will that be a foul? Yes. Free kick awarded to the United States, and Turgot shown yellow for Jamaica. Just the second booking of the match. The first yellow went to Corey Burke, and now Blair Turgot is cautioned. He just came in a bit reckless on Kellen Acosta. 50 minutes played. We still await the first goal of this Gold Cup quarterfinal. Down the right wing. It's across the blocked, I should say, by Lawrence. Shaq Moore with the service, and that will be a corner kick. I'm not sure, Van. I can't promise that, because if I do that for all the goals, I'll lose my voice, and I don't want that to happen. I need to keep my voice crisp. I don't know how the Spanish-speaking commentators do it, but we'll see. Maybe you'll be in for a surprise. Here's Vines with the in-swinger. And that was knocked away. Bobby Reed was there for Jamaica. The U.S. have it again, though. Here's Buzio delivering the cross off the bounce. Getting a touch was Damian Lowe. And now some space ahead for Corey Burke. Burke sprays it wide. Now it's Junior Fleming's deflected pass, and the U.S. will win possession back. Here comes Leggett of the LA Galaxy. Sebastian Leggett forward for Matthew Hoppe. Hoppe, step over move, edge of the box. Hoppe, the cross. Blake got a piece, and now a bit of a hesitant clearance, but away it comes from Daniel Johnson. The U.S. throwing on the way. It's quickly taken to the end line. Shaq Moore into the middle. It just got by DK. And now with the clearances, Williams. It's a good touch ahead by Bobby Reed. He'll look for support. Bobby Reed, after scoring probably the goal of the tournament, or at least one of them, in the opening game for Jamaica against Suriname, he tested positive for COVID following that game. So he did not play the final two group games, but now he's back. And he's a huge part of this team, of course. Here's Lowe, forward for Turgot. Turgot putting Robinson under pressure, but it's won nicely by Miles Robinson. And now Turgot down for Jamaica. Yeah, we'll see, Van. I hope it doesn't go to extra time and or PKs. I don't know. That would be too nerve-wracking for me. I hope the U.S. take care of business here in regulation, but you never know. 53 minutes passed, and still no goals. 0-0 the score. It's been a battle between two familiar foes. This is the fourth consecutive Gold Cup where these two teams have squared off in the knockout stage. So these are very familiar opponents when it comes to Gold Cup play. And of course, they'll meet each other in the fall when World Cup qualifying comes around. Now Buzio on the ball for the United States. Miles Robinson has it. A heavy first touch, but he recovered. I don't think Robinson even knew that there was a Jamaican player right there. Here's a direct ball forward. Cut out. Lowe will get it clear. The header forward by Robinson. Jamaica win it back. Devin Williams. Laid off, one-touch pass into Daniel Johnson. Johnson lofts it forward. Jamaica into the box. The cross from Williams cut out. And it will be a corner kick. Will it? No, it won't actually. As the flag, I believe, went up. Yep, he was offside. So it will be a free kick for the U.S. rather. Now it's Robinson back to Turner. 10 minutes played in the second half. What app do I use to commentate and stream? I actually use a website. It's called StreamYard. It's a website where you have to pay, I think it's $20 a month to use it. But I have another friend, and here comes Jamaica. It's a 2-on-2, and it could be a chance cutting into the middle, but Robinson able to break up the chance for Junior Flemings. Robinson has made some key interventions on defense for the United States. And that was a promising chance for the Reggae Boys. But as I was saying, my friend who also does sports streams, he wants to become a sports broadcaster like myself. He also uses StreamYard. So we both use we split the price. So we only have to pay, we each pay $10 a month, which is worth it, in my opinion, considering how often I commentate games. And it's worth it in my opinion, just because it's great to have, the scoreboard on here for the viewers. I like having the ticker as well, and just a lot of features I can use. Also a thumbnail for when, it's halftime or there's commercial breaks. So I don't have to be talking the entire time. I can take a little break to go to the bathroom or, have a drink of water and go upstairs for a moment. So yeah, so that's what I use for my streams. The U.S. in possession, but that pass was played behind Hoppy. And now winning it back is Sam Vines. Kellen Acosta. That was a foul called. Free kick for the United States. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. It's a close one in this quarterfinal of the Gold Cup. A nail-biting contest for fans of both sides. There's the return pass for Vines. The referee plays advantage. Buzio sprays it wide. It's now on the far side with Moore. Moore the cross towards Hoppy. The header away, but Buzio's there. However, he's whistled for the foul. And then a little push after the whistle from Jamaica's Damian Lowe. The tempers not quite flaring, but the referee making sure the situation is under control. That was a good idea from Shaq Moore. It really was. And now Andre Blake will take the Jamaican free kick. We're closing in on the hour mark in Arlington. This will be a U.S. throw-in. Vines to take. DK settles. It's only a matter of time, I have to think, before Greg Berhalter goes to his bench and makes some substitutions, get some fresh legs on the pitch. This is sent wide, and now Vines put it into a dangerous area at the near post. Ariola was making the run. Now it's a quick throw-in, put in play by Hoppy, or Vines rather. Now it's Leggett into the middle. Gianluca Buzio. That's given away by Robinson. And now Turgot out wide for Burke. Corey Burke, edge of the box. Vines tracks back defensively. Here's the cross right into the arms of Matt Turner. But Jamaica certainly posing a threat at times. And now it's Leggett on the ball once more. We've reached the hour mark. 60 minutes played. 0-0 in this Gold Cup quarterfinal. Half an hour remains in regulation anyways. A reminder that the winner faces Qatar in the semifinals. Thursday, 7:30 Eastern time. And then the other semifinal will be Mexico against Canada at 10:30 p.m. Thursday night. And this will be a free kick for Jamaica. As Kamar Lawrence went down. And just about right on cue, Greg Berhalter is set to make some changes. It looks like Giassi Zardes and Christian Roldan are going to enter in a matter of moments. Meanwhile, the U.S. looking to spark an attack, but the long ball forward is intercepted. Here's Bobby Reed on the turn. Reed all the way out wide on the far side. This is Junior Flemings. Flemings off to Johnson, and Johnson dispossessed. The U.S. looking to counter. Leggett surveying the scene. And now ahead for Buzio. Down the right wing, it's brought ahead by James Sands, who's had, I would say, a standout tournament so far. He plays for NYCFC. And the cross to the back post will go all the way through. No one making that run for the United States. Throwing for Jamaica, and here comes the first substitutions for the U.S. Giassi Zardes will come on for Daryl Dike, an interesting change from Greg Berhalter. And Dike, after a standout performance against Martinique, had a very quiet night against Canada and never really got into the game tonight. And Paul Ariel will also make way for Christian Roldan. So, two new faces on the pitch and some fresh legs as well. We'll see if that proves to be beneficial for the U.S. Fisher on the throw-in. And brought down was Bobby Reed. Foul against Acosta. And so the free kick is sent into the U.S. box. Turgot holds, now finds Burke. Burke lays it across, but it's cleared away by the U.S. And now it's Hoppy who has his pass cut off. But here's Sebastian Leggett. Leggett out wide. Sam Vines looking for the 1-2. And not quite able to keep that in play was Daniel Johnson of Jamaica. 64th minute now. And we're still waiting for that breakthrough goal. When will it come? Will it come? We'll see. Acosta forward to Shaq Moore. Moore out wide. Christian Roldan looking for the return pass, but it's well beyond Shaq Moore. A disappointing return pass from Roldan, who just came into the match for the U.S., so a bit of rustiness right away shown by Roldan. Now it's Andre Blake with the ball forward. Will be a Jamaica throw. Over to take it is Kamar Lawrence. A reminder that if it's tied after regulation, we will head to two 15-minute extra time periods, and an extra sub would be permitted. If still tied after that, penalty kicks would decide the winner of this quarterfinal. Ooh, Fisher looked for Turgot, but stepping in at just the last second was Miles Robinson. And now Turner, a long ball forward. And this falls to Zardes. Zardes may have a chance. Zardes! Oh, it's a save by Blake. And now Buzio will track down the rebound in the far corner. Buzio into the box. Finds Zardes. He goes down. A clean win by Jamaica. And now blasted forward by Turgot. And running onto this ball is Burke, as Sands sends it back to Matt Turner. Well, this game, in the blink of an eye, opened up quite a bit, as Vines is able to escape And now finds Roldan. Moved into space on the right wing with Gianluca Buzio. Buzio. And Shaq Moore, I think, got in the way of that cross ultimately. He'll have to track back. Shaq Moore's done a lot of running down that right flank. He's the right, well, he's technically the outside mid, but, you know, he can go forward. He can also help out defensively. And so he's doing a lot of running on that flank. Here's Buzio. That pass given away by Sands. And on the turn, it's passed ahead by Corey Burke. This is Turgot. Flemings is an option across the box. The service is blocked. Turgot will win a corner kick for Jamaica. Going back to that Giassi Zardes chance, a strong shot, but Andre Blake up to the task. And we are just about 3/4 through the match. Still scoreless inside AT&T Stadium. There's been 5 saves from Matt Turner, 3 from Andre Blake. 2 of the top goalkeepers in the region. And here comes the 4th corner, I should say, for Jamaica tonight. It's an in-swinging ball. And a foul spotted by the Mexican referee. Free kick USA. Well, yeah, the longer this game stays 0-0, the margin for error becomes smaller and smaller. Here's a switch of play. Sam Vines has it on the left side. Leggett holds. Some pressure arrives for Acosta. And here is the Colorado Rapids man again. Kellen Acosta lays it wide for Vines, his club teammate, in fact. Now Leggett, U.S. very patient here in this build-up. Buzio once more for Leggett. And now Moore picks it up from Buzio. It's a nice pass ahead. Hoppy clips it towards the penalty spot. And coming in was Turgot for Jamaica as they look to clear. But it's kept alive by the U.S. Buzio wide. Here comes the cross. Straight off the head of, I believe, Liam Moore. But the United States once again back in possession as we close in on the 70th minute. Awaiting the first goal in Arlington, Texas. Acosta. He turned it over. And now Jamaica could have a chance. It's Damian Johnson on the run. Sorry, Daniel Johnson. Wide it comes for Corey Burke. But one back nicely. Great work by James Sands with 20 minutes to play in regulation. Acosta out wide. Christian Roldan down the right side. Roldan back for Buzio. The possession 65 to 35% in the Americans' favor. There's a switch. Header out. Last touch by Fisher. And now another substitution coming. Well, actually not yet. That'll come at the next stoppage. Thank you, Jonathan, for tuning in. Much appreciated. Yeah, this definitely has the feel of a one-goal game. I think one goal will decide the winner, in all honesty. The way this one's playing out, I definitely agree with you there, Jonathan, as the cross from Vines caught by Blake. Now Blake will put it on the ground. Kicks it far forward. And now settled by Corey Burke. Robinson stepped in for the U.S. It'll be tracked down by Kamar Lawrence. The header came for more, but once again, Jamaica have it. And this will be Andre Blake with it. Yeah, I know, Michael. I agree. It's been a lackluster effort, for sure. I 100% agree. I don't think they're tired. I mean, their last game was a week ago. They haven't played in 7 days. So, yeah, I expect them to come out with a lot more energy than they have tonight. They've been just lethargic at many points in the match. So, yeah, I don't know what it is, Michael. I can't come to grips with why it's been a lackluster effort, as you say. This comes wide for Sam Vines. Vines lifts it forward. And now it's cut back by Leggett to Hoppy. Hoppy went down. No whistle. Just a goal kick for Jamaica. Do I like Shaq more? Thank you, first of all, Tyler, I think, for tuning in. 2 L's. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you, Tyler, for joining the stream. Do I like Shaq more? Yeah, I do. I've liked what I've seen from him. You know, he still needs more time to develop into, a real solid player, but I think he has a lot of potential. I do. I do like Shaq more, as Jamaica will make a couple of changes here. And we'll see Burke come off for Andre Gray, who plays for Burnley in the Premier League. And we also see Turgot come off for Shamar Nicholson. So those are the 2 Jamaican changes. The U.S. have 3 substitutions remaining. Jamaica now with 2 left. I'm going crazy right now. I apologize. And we're in the 74th minute. Remember, 5 substitutions permitted. If it were to go to extra time, a 6th substitution would be allowed, as I mentioned earlier. But we'll talk about that if and when we get there. Here's Bobby Reed with the ball forward. Knocked down by the head of Sands. With it now is Sam Vines. Ooh, Acosta took it right into pressure. Fortunately, got it by Gray. And now here comes Shaq Moore down the right side as he cuts it back to Buzio. Buzio into the middle. Leggett going for goal, but it's a weak effort. Completely mishit that one. And it's Andre Blake who scoops it up. Just the final product hasn't been there for the United States. For either team, really. Here comes Jamaica again with a quarter of an hour to play. 15 minutes remaining in AT&T Stadium. This is played ahead to Fisher, and the deflected cross will result in a Jamaican corner kick. No, Michael, they do not go straight to penalty kicks. It would go to 30 minutes of extra time first, and then penalty kicks after that. So, yep, it's not straight to PKs if it's tied after 90. We would play extra time if necessary before a possible penalty kick shootout. So Daniel Johnson over to take the Jamaican corner. It's an in-swinging ball, headed to a dangerous position. The U.S. clear only as far as Kamar Lawrence, and now it comes into the box. Loose ball in front, and now it's scooped up and away as the U.S. clear and the flag in the end raised. Offside called against the Reggae Boys. Well, that was promising for Jamaica, it really was, but it looked like the player offside was it Liam Moore there? I couldn't quite make it out. But will now be a Jamaica throw-in right around midfield. Still plenty of time left in regulation. Will this be a 0-0 game heading to extra time, or will this match be decided within regulation? We shall see. Perhaps some late drama in store, because we haven't really had any yet up until this point. This will be a free kick for Jamaica. Foul against Shaq Moore. And this set piece could be promising. Both Kamar Lawrence and Daniel Johnson standing over the ball for Jamaica. The referee makes sure everything is under control in the box. Yeah, I agree, Tyler. I agree. I think bringing on Leon Bailey at this point would be a very smart decision by Theodore Whitmore. If they bring him on, that could be real danger for the U.S. Here's the cross. Chance in front. It flashes wide. Well, getting on the end of it was Nicholson, who came on moments ago as a substitute. Just couldn't quite put it on frame. Or did he even get the touch? I'm not sure. It might have skipped right over him. Yeah, I don't think he did, actually. So that ball just flashed wide of the goal, but Nicholson was this close to getting a piece. 12 minutes left until second half stoppage time. And what a suspenseful ending we should be in for. Yeah, you can feel the anxiousness in the crowd among U.S. supporters, and that's only increasing the longer the scoreline stays as is. This is Sebastian Lletget who settles. Lletget clips it forward, one back by Jamaica. Buzio charging down Damian Lowe. That pass couldn't quite be connected. Couple of slide tackles. Player down for Jamaica. But ultimately a free kick to the U.S. will be given. Thank you, Tango Kilo, for tuning in. No, they cannot tie because it is a knockout stage game, so there has to be a winner. But no, it will not go on forever either. So if it is tied after regulation, we would head to extra time, which would consist of two 15-minute periods. No golden goal. So they'd play the full 30 minutes of extra time. And then if it was still tied after that, we would head to penalty kicks to decide the winner. So that's what we would be facing if this game remains tied after 90 minutes. We'll see if that's indeed the case. Two substitutions coming up for the U.S., but not until the next stoppage. Here's Lletget. Gets out of pressure. It's Vines in space. Back to Lletget. And now it's put into the box. Hoppy was in the area, but it couldn't quite get to him. Now it's Shaq Moore. 10 minutes left. 80 minutes in the books from Arlington, Texas in the final quarterfinal of the Gold Cup. And the U.S. keep it alive here. This is Lletget. Ahead it goes for Hoppy. Hoppy taken down. Will it be a free kick? No. The referee says play on. And it's really becoming an increasingly aggressive contest. Kellen Acosta, meanwhile, with the heavy challenge. we continue to play on. And that is another clean win. It's Acosta once more. He'll find Leggett. Sebastian Leggett holds up play. Now out wide, it comes to Vines. Vines once more to Leggett. Here's Kellen Acosta. It's wide for Roldan. His cross is blocked. Second attempt, high into the air. And it was actually headed backwards by Jamaica's Damian Lowe. Now a chance from distance, but Blake saves that one. And Jamaica can breathe a sigh of relief. What's going on, Nate the Great? How are you doing? So glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Nate, it's been a tense game. It's been a tense matchup. As a U.S. fan myself, I would be lying if I said I was not nervous right now. This is lifted up. Sands with the header. 82nd minute. You're sad that Honduras lost. Yeah, I know, man. That was very disappointing from Honduras last night. Yeah, I was surprised Mexico beat them that badly. I mean, credit to Mexico. They played much better than they had all group stage. Here could be a chance. It's Hoppy at the back post. He holds. Hoppy back to Leggett. Leggett looking for a pass, but that was blocked. And leaping ahead to win the header is Robinson. The U.S. still on the attack. Into the box. It's clipped in. There's the header. There's the goal. The U.S. take the lead. Matthew Hoppy, 83rd minute. It's 1-0. The Americans in front, and the crowd erupts at last inside AT&T Stadium. 1-0 USA. It's Matthew Hoppy, who's had multiple chances tonight, who puts the U.S. in front. The youngster for Schalke has scored the breakthrough goal at just the right time. Late on in regulation, the cross floated into the back post. Blake with a rare mistake. He came off his line to punch it away. Didn't get there in time, and Hoppy wanted it more than anyone else. And he was there at the back post for the finish. U.S. in front. And it's a jubilant crowd now. And the emotion on full display. The United States, you can tell what it means for them as Hoppy puts the Americans in front. It's his first international goal, and what a time to score your first international goal. And that will be his last contribution. It's a standing ovation from the crowd as Hoppy makes way for Nicholas Gioacchini. What a huge goal and a huge moment for the U.S. As I mentioned, a mistake you almost never see from Andre Blake, but give credit to Hoppy. It was there, and it was a perfectly timed header as he found the back of the net. And so Gioacchini's in for Hoppy as play continues, and now Jamaica will have to go all out for a goal. And here's a nice turn. Could be a chance. The square ball is cut out. Robinson gone in the way. Nicholson posing a threat. It will be a corner kick for the Reggae Boys. By the way, Shaq Moore has also come out for Reggie Cannon. And those are the third and fourth changes. Greg Berhalter has one more substitution available as this ball comes out, and that shot's blocked. Yeah, Matthew Hoppy, man, he is a very talented youngster, someone to keep an eye out for. You've been watching the Olympics, Nate? Yeah, I have been as well. I've been enjoying the Olympics. I actually was on the call for the U.S. women's national team 6-1 thrashing of New Zealand yesterday. I'll also be on the call for their game against Australia on Tuesday, bright and early, 4 a.m. Eastern time. I was away visiting colleges pretty much all of last week, so that's why I wasn't able to do some games I would have wanted to. But hey, it is what it is. But I am back, and Matt Turner claims that one out of the air. And Junior Flemings has come off for Jamaica, meanwhile, replaced by Tyreek McGee. Well, it's desperation time at this point for this Jamaica team. Yeah, I saw that, Nate. I saw that FC Dallas destroyed the Galaxy, yeah. Now can the U.S. hold on for the victory? 87th minute, the winner takes on Qatar in the semifinals. That's Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's given away in the middle. Here is Leggett into Joachini, the substitute. Leggett again, the U.S. in no hurry to take it towards goal. They just need to hold on to possession at this stage with 3 minutes left and stoppage time. No foul called there, and it's Kamar Lawrence in his own corner. And the U.S. apply pressure and earn a throw-in as a result. Reggie Cannon, who came on minutes ago, takes the throw-in. Shaq Moore has been so impressive in this Gold Cup that he's pretty much overtaken Cannon's spot at right back. Here's Sebastian Leggett. Now Vines coming into the play. Return pass from Acosta. 88th minute. Matthew Hoppe with the header in the 83rd minute. That goal has the U.S. in front, and will that prove to be the difference? Will that be the game-winning goal tonight? Now it's settled by Sam Vines. Ahead for Leggett. Joachini for Vines. Oh, a clever pass. Joachini back for Vines. The back heel pass, and Vines gets run into. That was a that was a hockey-like hit from Damian Lowe, and a yellow card will come out for him. And this only plays to the advantage of the U.S. Yes, Nate, the Revs did win. Yep, we beat Montreal 2-1. So New England keep on winning. We're top of the league right now, I should mention. But yeah, no, it's great to see the U.S. the Revs keep winning, and the U.S. Although I couldn't watch the Revs. I was actually at a wedding earlier today. In fact, my cousin got married, so I got home at like 9:30 just in time for this game. So Leggett is standing over the U.S. free kick. We're seconds away from stoppage time. Zardes back to Leggett. He'll take it right to the corner flag. And it will be a Jamaica throw-in, although it looked like that was off of Fisher. The referee thought otherwise. Knocked away by Acosta. Another Jamaica throw coming. They know that they need to play with some urgency, trailing by a goal. Oh, sorry. I just realized I put halftime up again. Let me fix that. Sorry. As I mentioned, I came back from a wedding right before the game. That's no excuse, but I was a little rushed in getting the broadcast set up. A little all over the place. There'll be 4 minutes added on to the end of the second half. So 4 additional minutes. Here's Bobby Reed. Now it's Nicholson trying to cut it back. It's last off of Vines. A corner kick on the way for the Reggae Boys. Jamaica not done yet. Putting up a fight until the very end. And Andre Blake all the way forward for Jamaica as well. The goalkeeper is an attacking option, and did he get ahead to that one? I'm not sure. It's popped in the air. Now it falls down, but a foul called against Jamaica. Bobby Reed, I believe, whistled for the foul. And now Andre Blake goes down for Jamaica as he draws blood from his head. And Blake requires medical attention here. The Jamaican goalie up forward as an attacking option. Yeah, he did win the header and collided with Robinson at the same time. And that's actually where the foul was. Blake was called for the foul, even though looks like he might have got the worst of it. And so he'll have that blood dried out. Of course, player can't continue when they are bleeding. Robinson also attended to by the medical staff. And it looks like Henry Kessler of the New England Revolution might make a late appearance. Kessler was called in following the group stage to replace Walker Zimmerman. You're allowed to do that in the Gold Cup. You can replace injured players in the roster right before the knockout stage. And so Kessler was called in to the U.S. men's national team after Zimmerman suffered that tournament-ending injury against Canada. Robinson back up on his feet, which is good to see. He's at a real solid game. And Andre Blake, meanwhile, will have his head wrapped up to stop the bleeding. And so Blake appears to be okay. You always have to be careful with those head injuries. He'll jog back towards his goal. And we'll surely have a couple more minutes added on top of the 4 minimum stoppage time. So we'll see how long we play. We're in the 93rd minute now. Yeah, that was a pretty bad head collision there. It was. Matt Turner will take the United States free kick, flicked on by the head of Zardes. Out for a Jamaica throw-in. There's still some time left, but not much. Yeah, Bailey's still on the bench, Tyler. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if he has like a really bad injury or what. I mean, he's listed as available on the bench. It's not like he's not on the squad for this game. He is. I'm not sure what that's all about, because if he was, even somewhere near 100%, even 75%, you'd still play Leon Bailey because he's that good. Here comes Jamaica. This ball floated in, but it's too far ahead for Nicholson. Goal kick for the U.S. 94 minutes played. See how much more is added on by the referee. Goal kick for the United States. 1-0 they lead. Yeah, it's hard to have a definitive answer as to how much time is left because that collision of heads paused play for about 2 minutes, so we could play to the 96th. We'll see. Zardes leaping up for the header, and here is Zardes. He controls it towards the corner flag. Giassi Zardes just shielding this ball from Fisher. And he'll find Christian Roldan. Roldan goes down. No foul. And it will be a Jamaica throw-in. They'll take it quickly. Time is running out. Here is Giassi Zardes. Zardes holds. That is it. The United States defeat Jamaica. 1-0 the final. It wasn't easy, but the U.S. grind out the result they wanted. 1-0 the final, and the USA advanced to the semifinals of the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup, and their opponents will be Qatar in 4 days' time in Austin. Well, it was a nerve-wracking game, but the U.S. pull off the win. And thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate it. Thank you, Nate, as well. I appreciate you tuning in as well, Tyler. I appreciate all of your guys' support, and I definitely understand, Tyler. You're in the UK. Okay, so yeah, it's 5 a.m. your time. You have a good rest. You have a good Monday. It's already early Monday for yourself. Yeah, I appreciate you tuning in that late or early in the UK, however you want to define it. So the U.S. on to the semifinals. As I mentioned, their opponent, Qatar. That will be Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and I will be on the call for that one. Thank you, Cooper, for tuning in. Thank you so much for stopping in as I wrap up the broadcast. And so, Qatar, U.S. What a semifinal that should be. Qatar have been a thrill to watch. The defending Asian champions, the guests for this Gold Cup. And I'll tell you what, I think they're going to be a handful for the U.S. That's going to be no guarantee. But the United States, I think, will be the favorites, just slightly over Qatar. That should be one heck of a game. So both semifinals set. It will be the U.S. against Qatar, Mexico against Canada. And I hope you guys enjoyed. It's 11:56 p.m. for you. Yep, same as me, Cooper. That's the time where I'm living also. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your night. My next broadcast will be Tuesday morning, 4 a.m. Eastern time. It will be the United States women's national team against Australia in their final group game of the Olympics. So if you're up bright and early, make sure you tune in. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, no worries, Cooper. You're going to the Red Sox game. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm assuming you live in the Boston area, because I do as well. I live in Massachusetts, so I'm a Red Sox fan as well. Well, you definitely have a good time. I need to get to a Red Sox game before the summer ends. I really do. You have a good night as well, Nate. I will see you guys next time. So long. The U.S. men's national team defeat Jamaica 1-0. Matthew Hoppe, the game-winning goal, and they are on to the Gold Cup semifinals, where Qatar